Did you know that 204 billion apps were downloaded in 2019 alone? And did you know that 65% of them were discovered on app stores like Google Play and Apple stores? So how do you get your app noticed without spending a fortune in advertising? Hi everyone, I'm Gilles Argivier, and today I'm going to share the 5 critical steps you should use to implement App Store optimization if you want to boost your mobile app sales. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click the alert notification button to get notified on all my new posts. So what is App Store optimization, or ASO for short? ASO is about optimizing both the mobile app and the App Store page to organically rank higher in App Store search results. And it does so by following similar keyword-based rules to SEO, but applies them to mobile applications instead. And if you're not familiar with what keywords are, they are words or strings of words that you need to include in multiple areas of your app and App Store pages for your app to be found when a user runs a search on an app store. If SEO is a subject you want to know more about, you can go to my website at gilargivier.com, where you will find plenty of videos on the subject. In the case of ASO, there are 2 major app stores, Google Play and the Apple Store, with a combined 75% market share. Both stores use search engines that concentrate on 2 main factors to rank your app in the search results. First, the text relevance, which is how the search is a match for your app's title, keywords, and primary category. And second, the user behavior, which is how many times your app has been downloaded and how fast, as well as the number and the quality of your ratings and reviews. What you should know is that the app stores are getting saturated with apps, which makes organic ranking more and more challenging. But also you should know that if you apply some good ASO techniques within your niche, you will still have a very good chance to get ranked high with your app. And here are the 5 critical steps you should follow. Step 1. Run an ASO keyword research. So what is a mobile app keyword research? A mobile app keyword research is the discovery of strategic keywords that must be used in your app's content and App Store page to match searchers' queries. It is a critical component of ASO and helps better understand what your target audience is searching for and how it is searching for content. Its purpose is also to help the App Store search engines index your content and make sure your app is discoverable. There are 2 ways you can do this keyword research. They both have pros and cons, but ultimately can complement each other if you can afford to do both. The first technique is a manual process that follows 3 easy steps. Step 1. Run a search for your keyword in the App Store search box. You will notice as you start typing that suggestions appear on screen for you to consider. These suggestions are best guesses by the search engine to help you get to your search as fast as possible in order to give you a great user experience. Step 2. Select the searches suggested that seems to be the closest to your app. Step 3. Now for each suggestion you selected, look at the results and review in detail the various apps you might have to compete with. It will give you insights on how intense and popular the competition is. The second method for keyword research is to use a specialized tool. In essence, a research tool works in a similar fashion. You enter a keyword and the tool provides a list of related keywords that you should be interested in. But using a keyword research tool presents major advantages. First, it is much quicker to build a list of keywords, which can save you a lot of time and money. Second, it provides instant information, such as keyword ranking difficulty, which is how difficult it is to rank for a specific keyword, or popularity information that indicates the amount of traffic per keyword. Both information that the manual method cannot really quantify. Finally, it can also give you insight into your competition and what keywords they are using in their strategy. There are many tools you can use for this, and most of them have a free limited access for you to try. You can find a complete list in my toolbox section of my website. So at this stage, you're probably wondering why you should use the manual method when these tools are faster and seem to provide more information. The answer is really simple. Although extremely practical, these tools are not perfect and you need to know their weaknesses to make sure you do not use them blindly. Compared to Google Play's database that you can access through a manual search, these tools use very small data sources in comparison. They heavily use extrapolations to provide results, which means that they are only able to assess with any kind of accuracy the search volume of keywords with very high search volume. And these are traditionally the kind of keywords you want to avoid since they are already so competitive. Step number 2. Use the traffic and difficulty data to build your keyword list. Now you have your list of keywords, you can filter them to target the most optimum ones for you and find the sweet spot. Ideally, You want to start with the keywords with high volume or popularity in case you're using paid advertising in addition to organic. You can obtain additional information from either Google Play Console or Apple Search Ads. Both platforms will provide you with volume estimates per keyword and also provide conversion rates for each keyword that ultimately translate into downloads. This way, you'll find the right balance of volume versus conversion that suits your needs and cross-match with the information provided by using other ASO tools. Once your keyword lists are in place, it is important to note that there are two implementation phases to the ASO. The first implementation phase is the optimization, aiming at ranking on the top of search result pages. For the most part, this phase happens only once and prior to the launch of your app. The second implementation phase is the optimization, attempting to convince the visitor to convert and download the app. Contrary to the first phase, this one can be repeated multiple times and at any time during a mobile app acquisition. Both phases are important and use the keywords you identified throughout the prior steps, which leads us to step number 3. Use your keywords to optimize for search results ranking. There are 7 places where you can do so. First one, the app name. It is the most important place where your most important keywords should go. Keep in mind to keep it short and distinctive and avoid names that use generic terms or are too similar to existing app names. 2. The subtitle. Second place of choice for your keywords. It is intended to summarize your app in a concise phrase by using up to 30 characters. It can be updated only when submitting a new version of your app to help determine the subtitle that most effectively engage your users. 3. The keyword field. The keyword field is accessible by the developers and it is where they can use up to 100 characters to specify terms or phrases that your app should show up for in search results. It is important to note that the keyword field has less ranking weight than the app name or subtitle, but it is still a huge impact on your overall App Store optimization. 4. The in-app purchase name. In-app purchases are shown in a separate section of your product page. They have their own display name, promotional image and description, but only the name is indexed, therefore valuable for keywords placement. 5. Ratings and reviews. Keywords in ratings and reviews serve a dual purpose. First, they influence how your app ranks in search, and second, they encourage users to engage with your app from search results. So focus on providing a great app experience that motivates users to leave positive reviews. You can even prompt them for ratings directly from the App Store, and that up to 3 times a year. 6. Localization and translations. 67% of the world population has a mobile device, and since not everybody speaks English, translating or localizing is a must. To do so, and whenever possible, translate your app name, app description, keywords, app previews, and screenshots for each of the market in which you want to offer your app. In addition to significantly increase your reach, localizing will generate trust amongst your users and help you identify where the demand for your apps comes from. 7. Publisher's name. This is only applicable if that's the first app you're releasing on the App Store. The publisher's name is a good place to use some keywords that will benefit your app and the ones you might create in the future. And that's how you implement the first phase of ASO to increase your ranking in search results. Step number 4. Use your keywords for conversion rate optimization. This is the second phase of ASO implementation, and you have 6 areas where you can actively use your keywords. First, the description. This is where you highlight the features and functionality of your app and can use up to 4,000 characters. The ideal description is a concise, informative paragraph followed by a short list of main features. The first sentence of your description is the most important. This is what users can read without having to tap and to read more. Second, the promotional text. The promo text is a 170 character section that appears at the top of the description for the app and in the product page view. Unlike other parts of the app page, the promotional text can be updated at any time, and although it doesn't provide keyword indexation, it is a visible asset which is very helpful for conversions. 3. The preview. An app preview demonstrates the features, functionality, and UI of your app in a short video that users watch directly on the App Store. Previews can be up to 30 seconds long and use footage captured on the device to show the experience of using your app. App previews autoplay with a muted audio when users view your product page, so make sure the first few seconds of your video are visually compelling. 4. Screenshots. Use images captured from your app's UI to visually communicate your app's user experience. You can feature up to 10 screenshots. Focus each subsequent screenshot on a main benefit or feature so that you will fully convey your app's value. 5. What's new? When you update your app, you can use the What's New to communicate changes to users. This text appears on your product page and on the Updates tab. 6. Categories. Categories on the App Store help users discover new apps to meet their needs. You can assign a primary and a secondary category to your app. The primary category is particularly important for discoverability, as it helps users find your app when browsing or filtering search results, and it determines in which tab your app appears on the App Store. Step number 5. Measuring and repeating ASO. When the keywords are identified, prioritized and optimized within the app and product page, it is time to track and gain insight from the result. Tracking your rankings and installs are the most important KPIs to keep an eye on, and benchmarking them against your competition to understand their user acquisition strategy and optimize further is essential in this process. I have dedicated a complete chapter to mobile app marketing performance measurement in my Mobile App Marketing 2020 guide on my website if you're interested. But the ASO does not stop here. It needs to be constantly repeated to maximize the acquisition phase by using the element that can be changed once your app has been launched. So that's it for us. I hope you enjoyed this ASO video. There is of course much more to discover about mobile app marketing, and if you wish to do so, or if you need help with your digital marketing needs, check out my website at gillesrgva.com. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, and tell other people about it. Thank you for watching.